Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to be reviewing the Elite 2.0 wheel-on bicycle trainer. Trainers like this Elite 2.0 give you the interactive capability to use Zwift or other training platforms while still be able to ride different style bicycles and have easier design and setup. So what we have here is original packaging for the 2.0. Pretty simple. You have minimal graphics and a pretty small box as it can fold pretty compact. So what I'm gonna do is actually take it out of the box and we'll go over the specs. So retail price on this is $579.99. So fairly expensive, but still cheaper than some of the direct drive trainers. It has an interactive wheel-on trainer, so it's Bluetooth and plus FEC connectivity, so you can see power, speed, cadence. It also has a 1300 watt maximum output and it's fairly accurate at plus or minus 5%. It's a magnetic resistant unit design that can simulate up to 10 degrees slope. And one of the nice things about this, it has a very modern design with beechwood front legs. So this actually looks good in your living room or in your pain cave as well. And it has one of Elite's Elastogel rollers. So really smooth operation designed to reduce noise and wear and tear on the trainer and your bike tires. Now, if you're hoping to jump on the trainer right after taking it out of the box, you're going to be very disappointed as it requires quite a bit of assembly. As you can see, the actual magnetic drive unit is not attached to the frame. So there is assembly required. Here's the magnetic drive unit. You have the little elastomer roller on here already. And as a lot of people have joked, this looks a lot like a toaster. It's supposed to have a very modern design with this aluminum finish, but the square profile really does make it look like a toaster. You have all the brackets you need to attach the drive unit to the frame, a bunch of hardware, brackets, a little tool, a very intimidatingly large instruction manual. This is more of a booklet, so quite a bit of reading you have to do. Fun little reminder, don't break. As with a lot of trainers, you just want to coast to a stop. Power cable, as this does require connectivity to power to use the smart features. Plug adapters if you're in different parts of the world, which is kind of cool. And then finally the frame, and you even get a little trainer QR. So the difference between this and a standard skewer is that it's a full metal design, so it's really designed to grip between the frame and not damage or fall off as you might have with a plastic version. So now it's the fun part. Let's try to get this assembled. Now when you first open up the manual, you can see all the parts that come with it. And then what's really scary is that if you keep opening this up, you have a long laundry list of instructions. It keeps going and going and going. You have up to 47 different steps, which seems really like a lot. You would wish that Elite would just assemble this from the factory since it folds anyways. Now, what makes this so complicated is you can see a lot of the steps will actually have two pieces. You have the greater than 28 or under 28 option. So that's why the instructions are so long. And you can actually see it on the drive unit itself. There's two mounting spots. So where it mounts on the frame, you can either mount it on the front or the rear. If you have a larger mountain bike frame with 28-inch or larger tires, then you want to go with the larger one. If you have 28-inch or under, then you stay with the road setup. That means if you want to use your mountain bike or switch between the road bike on different days, you don't really want to do that since you have to really reassemble the whole thing, which is about 10-20 minutes. So you definitely want to pick the one you're going to use most often and then get that set up. So I'll go ahead and throw this on time lapse while we get this set up. So now we have it assembled. You can see the rest of the instructions all pertain to the greater than 28-inch, so mountain bike setup. You have different adapters here for the, what I believe are the little arm connectors. So all you had to do is really 4 bolts and then 4 screws, and that should be it. So if you have the road bike setup, you're actually ready to start getting calibrated and getting the bike set up on here. So now let's get the bike on the trainer. Here I have my Tarmac with its Elite Copperton trainer tire already installed. You definitely want a thinner tire like this, as it provides better contact with the trainer itself. Now as far as setup, it's pretty simple. I already have the bike on here. I'll go ahead and close and lock in the axle. You can see the wheel itself is centered within the roller. And now the trick is just to get the right tension. So this is the most confusing part about the trainer. You actually have 3 knobs. You have a top knob here to control the back and forth. And you can see as I rotate this, I'll get closer to the tire. And then there is a knob to lock it in place. And this is spring loaded, and it'll simply lock it in. There's also the knob under here, which you can't see, which locks the actual trainer resistance unit to the frame. If you loosen this, you can then fold this for storage. So to initially set it up, you want to adjust the top dial, and I wish it was different colors, or at least indication, until you're just about touching. So you don't want to get over tightened, as you'll make it higher resistance, and you don't want to be too loose. So you can see I'm just about touching now. And then I'm going to take the bigger knob, flip it in place, and then you can see now it's nice and even and should provide enough resistance. So here we have the Elite 2.0 trainer connected to Zwift. As with most people, we really like Zwift because of the immersive nature. It can really take advantage of 2.0 by adjusting the resistance from 0 to 10 degree slope to give you that really realistic feel and allow you to chase other people, do group rides, and see all your data on the screen. Now with this wheel-on style trainer, it also has a lot of compatibility with different bikes. So if you have a single speed, a multi-speed, you can easily swap in and out. That's why I really prefer these over a direct drive trainer. Noise-wise, it is a little bit louder because obviously you have the wheel against the roller, but with the Elastogel design, it provides really realistic feel and really minimizes that the vibrations and noise you typically get with other trainers. So really impressed. It's still not quiet, but it's pretty well damped and not too annoying. So you can ride this in another room and not annoy your partner or other people. Now what's really great about the 2.0 is the interactive nature of it. So as you can see here on the flats, it's easy to really spin up, hold a constant power and speed. And as you go up in the hill, you will hear the trainer actually change its resistance and really make it feel like you're on the road. So I'll go ahead and stop talking. You'll hear part of the climb as well as faster speed to get a sense of the noise. Now let's go over the pros and cons of the 2.0 interactive trainer. What we like about it is that it's a contemporary design with the metal accents, the steel frame, and the wood legs. It really looks a lot fancier than traditional trainers. We're also impressed with the elastomer roller. It provides a nice smooth ride with a lot of grip, especially compared to fluid trainers with larger rollers. It's an impressive design. You still get some wear and tear on your tire, but it seems to be minimized with this. Also, the best part about this trainer is the interactive experience. With up to 10 degree slope, you can really go from walk in the park to steep climb, and really has a nice smooth transition between that, so it's not really jerky. Some of the cons for this trainer is obviously the premium price at over $500. This is a lot closer to wheel-on trainers, so you do have to make a decision there. We're also disappointed with the poor ergonomics and instructions. The instructions are far too complicated for what you actually have to do. And there's a lot of little usability things that could have been improved, like the different handles that are labeled and don't have colors. And finally, it's a little bit difficult to clean the texture channel around the Elastogel roller. that tends to accumulate some of the tire bits, so you do have to rub it down or vacuum it every once in a while. Taking everything into account, would give the Elite 2.0 an 8.0 out of 10. It's a really stylish interactive trainer, provides a nice immersive experience, but could use some usability improvements. Thanks for watching this review. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can see more content from us on our website at thesweetcyclist.com, as well as follow us on Instagram at The Sweet Cyclist. This is The Sweet Cyclist reminding you to enjoy the ride.